Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Timon of Athens, and we get to hear from Timon again today in Act 4, Scene 3. So Timon is currently living out in the woods because he forsook everything that Athens had to offer, which at this point in his life was like nothing. Everybody was mean and nobody would help him. So he's living out in the woods and like digging for roots to eat, and he found some gold and he gave some of that gold to Alcibiades, who happened by, so that Alcibiades would go fight a war and so that Alcibiades' mistresses would go and spread venereal disease, whether or not they have it. And then he got into a battle of the curmudgeons with Apemantus, who came out because he didn't like the fact that somebody else was trying to usurp his position as the town cynic. But those two have just recently parted ways. Apemantus finally left with the two of them, giving each other plenty of hate on the way out the door. And then three bandits come along, and they are specifically looking for Timon because they've heard that he's out there and they've heard that he found gold. So of course, Timon, who's in the woods with nothing, as soon as anybody hears that he has gold, they want to go and get it from him. So they come and they find him, and he's like, "Oh, you're a bunch of thieves, right?" And they're like, "No, we're soldiers, not thieves." He's like, "Yeah, no, but you're both." And they're like, "No, we're not. We're honorable men." And he's like, "Yeah, mostly you're just men who want stuff. And the thing that you want most of all is food. But look around you. You're in the forest. There's food growing on that tree. There's food growing on that tree. There's food like everywhere." And they're like, "Yeah, but we don't eat nuts and berries the way that beasts and fish and birds do." And Timon replies, "Nor on the beasts themselves, the birds and fishes. You must eat men. Yet, thanks I must you con, that you are thieves professed, that you work not in holier shapes, for there is boundless theft in limited professions. Rascal thieves, here's gold. Go, suck the subtle blood of the grape till the high fevers seethe your blood to froth, and so scape hanging. Trust not the physician. His antidotes are poison, and he slays more than you rob. Take wealth and lives together. Do, villain, do, since you protest to do it. Like workmen, I'll example you with thievery. The sun's a thief, and with his great attraction robs the vast sea. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. The sea's a thief, whose liquid surge resolves the moon into salt tears. The earth's a thief that feeds and breeds by composture stolen from general excrement. Each thing's a thief. The laws, your curb and whip in their rough power, has unchecked theft. Love not yourselves. Away, rob one another. There's more gold. Cut throats. All that you meet are thieves. To Athens go. Break open shops. Nothing can you steal, but thieves do lose it. Steal less, for this I give you, and gold confound you, howsoever. Amen. So he's continuing to be a curmudgeon here. But he starts off thanking these three bandits that at least they are admitting to being thieves. They're not like showing up as if they're priests and trying to get something, or, like the moochers that the senators were and all that sort of a thing. They're actually, legit in saying that they want gold. And he's like, you really can't trust anybody because everybody is a thief. And I'll give you some examples. And he talks about the sun and the moon and the sea and the earth all being thieves because of where they get their energy or where they get their nourishment. So he's like, here, you take some of my gold too, and go rob the stores. You can't take anything that wasn't already stolen. So just go and get out of here. And the bandits kind of turn to each other and they're like, you know what? He almost talked me into being a thief. Like, that sounds pretty good. So they take the golds that he gave them and they leave as well. So, Timon is just being drained of everything that he has in this scene. So of course at this moment, the steward, sometimes known as Flavius in some versions, shows up and finds Timon, because remember, he gave what he had to Timon's other servants and was going to go out and find Timon because he wanted to continue to serve Timon for the rest of his days, he now finds Timon in the forest, and his reaction to finding Timon is tomorrow's monologue. So I'll see you then for that. Mwah.